Hi, I'm Lynette and welcome. Today I am bringing you 10 eyeshadow palettes perfect for holiday. Now let me preface this by saying that you can use any eyeshadow palette any time of the day, any time of the year, any season, and I do. But I wanted to come and show you 10 that kind of put me in the holiday mind, or the 10 that came to mind pretty quickly when I thought about eyeshadow looks for the holidays. And we are nearing holiday time. Indigenous Peoples Day, Thanksgiving Day is coming up. Christmas, New Year's will be here before you know it. If you like these types of videos, please consider subscribing because I do them along with makeup hauls, tutorials, swatches, and reviews every Saturday. Now, some of these, in my opinion, are obvious choices. Some of them not so much, and others might make you want to scratch your head, but stay with me. In no particular order, I'm going to start with the one that I think is probably the most obvious because it actually has a holiday in the title of the palette. And it is the Christmas Morning palette from Give Me Glow Cosmetics. And yeah, this came out at holiday time. I'm sure it was Christmas time. And this is a quintessential holiday palette. Christmas palette, if you ask me. You have your reds, you have your greens, you have your gold, bronze, and then you have your silver. So, I mean, if that doesn't say Christmas, I don't know what does. So this for me is a quintessential Christmas palette. And then it's also got the names of pajamas, Santa's sleigh, stocking stuffers. So yeah, definitely made for Christmas time. Another palette that puts me in mind of the holidays, and not just for the packaging, which is pretty, I think, obvious holiday type packaging, but also the color story. And it's from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and it's the Sultry palette. Now the packaging, if that doesn't scream a holiday or festive, I don't know what does. But on the inside, you have a cool tone palette. Let me get the brush out. You've got a cool tone palette, and it's a pretty neutral palette at that. But something about these colors screams smoky to me. You have some cool tone browns. You have this little pop of poppy right here. You have a platinum gray metallic, you have a black and a gray. Then you've got a couple of colors that are a little on the warmer side. You have this gold type shade right here and this brown. And I don't know, for me this just feels like hot chocolate under a blanket in front of a fire. You know, are you feeling it? Are you feeling the holiday vibes? Okay. Maybe it's just me. But yeah, this is definitely one that I haven't even used yet. And maybe come holiday time this year, I will. Next up is another holiday palette that came out during the holidays. And it's from Too Faced. And it's the Chocolate Gold palette. And I don't know, I want to say this came out 2019, maybe 2018. This is what she looks like and still smells like chocolate. And this palette for me, again, it has those jewel tones in there, this pink and this green and this purple. And then of course you have your quintessential gold. You have this green, you have a black. And this to me is again like Christmassy or Thanksgiving type vibes, warm, fuzzy, family, friends, holiday, love, all that good stuff. Yes, I get all of that from this one palette. Two more palettes from Ms. Pat McGrath. You didn't think I was going to do a like eyeshadow palette video. There'd not be any Pat McGrath in it, did you? And one, of course, I think is much more obvious because it is the new holiday palette for this holiday season. And then the other one that may not be as obvious, and that one is the Mothership 5 Bronze Seduction palette. And this one is one of the palettes that I thought of immediately because again, just like the last couple of palettes I just showed you, it's got these warm shades in it. This warm brown, these two warm browns here. You do have this nice eggplant matte. You have the brown metallic shimmer here, and then it's really this section of the palette right here, the special shades with the glitter and the glitz. That really, when I open this palette, I really think of parties and holiday parties and, yeah, friends and good cheer. So I don't know, I think maybe because these are the types of colors that I like to delve into when I think of holiday, when I think of going to a holiday party. I mean, yes, jewel tones, definitely my speed, and I definitely think of too, but I also think of more warmer tones, more browns, more golds. Also from Pat McGrath is her holiday palette for this year, and this is this is the Mothership Mega Celestial Odyssey palette, one of my newer additions to my collection. And this, I used a couple of these palettes actually today to create this holiday look. If you're interested in seeing how I created this look today, then please go ahead and subscribe and hit the notification bell because that video will be coming up soon. But yeah, so this is her mega palette for this year, and the first one that I own from her, and I've really been enjoying it. And these tones, just the whole palette for me just says holiday, which, you know, makes it perfect for holiday, makes it perfect for a holiday release from her, because you have the warm tones, this beautiful orange, these pinks, and then you have this black metallic that has blue and green shimmer to it. That's what I'm wearing on my lids today. And yeah, I could see myself definitely dipping into this for any holiday party occasion, whether it be New Year's, Christmas. I think Christmas, right? I think this was a great release, a great themed palette from Ms. Pat McGrath. And speaking of warm tones, this is a palette that you might not immediately think of when you think holiday, but stay with me. This is from Juvia's Place, and it is the Warrior palette. And I thought of this palette because of all the beautiful golds and bronze tones in here. And again, for me, especially when I'm thinking about Christmas, gold metallic shades, warmer tones on the eyelids, on my skin tone, it makes me think of holiday. It makes me think of ornaments. It makes me think of being in New York City at Christmas time. Yeah, I know, all of that from an eyeshadow palette. Yeah, so definitely one that came to mind. Maybe not an obvious choice, but I don't know. It's something that I thought of immediately when I was thinking about holiday palettes. Another palette that, stay with me, you might not really maybe connect it with holiday, but it's a newer release from NARS. This is the Climax palette, another palette I have not yet used. I've seen this palette in a lot of people's eyeshadow palettes for fall eyeshadow palettes, which I totally agree. I think it's a beautiful palette for fall. This is a more cool tone, the color story, but it puts me in mind of holidays as well. I'm thinking about snow, I'm thinking about bundled up, I'm thinking about marshmallows and s'mores. I know, I'm a little unconventional, I guess, but yeah, something about this beautiful blue and green, and not really like in your face shimmer, metallic, shiny, but more on the soft and sultry adults, grown folks, sophisticated type holiday party, let's say, where you're going to maybe not dance and get down, but you're going to talk. Maybe you're going to profile a little bit. You know, you're going to look cute. You're going to have some finger foods and some cocktails. That's what I think about when I see this palette and as we get closer to the holidays. So yeah, I know, maybe not an obvious choice, but I don't know. You let me know what you think. And we're going to continue with the cool tones, and we're going to go to ColourPop. And this is the Blowing Smoke palette, another palette I haven't used yet. But this is your black and gray palette, and this to me just has New Year's Eve written all over it. Your blacks, your grays, your silvers, your platinums. Like, this for me is watching the ball in Times Square with a glass of champagne. Yeah, this to me is New Year's Eve party all night long. And now for my last two palettes. These palettes put me more in mind of Christmas and shiny, glistening Christmas tree ornaments. This next one is from Viseart. It's the Grand Pro Volume 2 palette. This is the All Shimmer palette from Viseart. And yeah, look at this. Just all shimmer, all types of different metallic formulas. You've got toppers, you've got robust opaque shimmer metallics, you have duochromes. I did reach into this palette to create this look today as well. And yeah, this is to me just all the shiny Christmas ornaments, the jewel tones. Yeah, this puts me most in thought of Christmas, but definitely holiday festive season. And then last but not least is another new acquisition for me, and it's from Danessa Myricks, and it is her Lightwork 3 palette. I also used this palette today to create today's look, and here is what she looks like. And yeah, just these beautiful, shiny, sparkly, multi-chrome, duochromes, holographic powders. Just, yeah, this is like party in a palette. Holiday party in a palette. When you want to do something really fun, really festive, and you don't want to tone it down, you want to turn it up a notch, this palette definitely is one that I can see myself reaching for this holiday season. Let me know in the comments, what are the palettes that comes to mind when you think of holidays and parties and being festive? Let me know what your choices are, and what did you think of my choices? Were some of them like, okay, Lynette, you really stretching, or did you think, yeah, I get it? If you liked this video, then please give it a like and consider subscribing, because I'm here every Saturday doing makeup related content. I want to thank you for joining me today. I hope to see you again next week. Until then, bye-bye.